Surprise, surprise, YouTube, I'm back. I haven't filmed a video in a really long time. I think in a couple of months, in 6 months since the war in my country started. I apologize for that, but I'm really grateful to be here in Ukraine. I haven't left the country. I'm really grateful to be back on YouTube, and I'm really grateful to be alive and to say hi to all of you. So hi. Welcome to my new series. The series is called Coffee Time in Ukraine, because this is coffee. I'm in Ukraine, and I wanted to create a series where I can do whatever I want to do as long as I'm drinking coffee, because I'm a little bit addicted. So yeah, I'm gonna create videos weekly on this channel, and I'm gonna answer to all of your questions, and this way we can just feel connected to each other again, because I feel like I have lost this connection while I was gone. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I asked you to send me some questions, and you did send me some really good questions, so I'm gonna answer them. By the way, all the questions are about war. It's pretty obvious because of the I think this topic is really popular right now in the world. So yeah, 3 questions that I'm gonna answer. The first question is gonna be about my story. I have talked about it on my channel, I think in my previous video, but I can repeat my story to all of you. How it all started, I mean the war in my country. And the second question is going to be about my decision, why I decided to stay here, and if I have any relatives or friends in Russia. And the third question is going to be about my professional life. How did the war affect my professional life and my career as a logo designer? So let's go ahead and get started. Let's start with the question number 1. Here it is. So could you please describe your story, scene by scene, of this experience? So when the war started, 5 a.m. in the morning, my boyfriend and we were sleeping, and my mom gave me a call, and she said, "Wake up, the war has started." So I didn't think that Russian invasion of Ukraine would actually happen, but it did. And the next morning I woke up because of the missile strike in my city. So Ukrainian cities were attacked by Russian ground forces, by missiles, by bombs. So yeah, that was pretty shocking, and I think those first days were the most emotional days in my life. Right now, the situation in my city is a little bit better than, let's say, in the eastern part of Ukraine, than in Kharkiv and in Mariupol. This city is not occupied. We don't have Russian ground forces here, just some missile strikes. Of course, there are air raid sirens once in a while. Some people hide in bomb shelters, some people are not hiding. We got used to the situation, to the war, unfortunately. And so, like I said, the situation is a little bit better, and I think the main goal for all of us, for people who stayed in western part, because I live in Rivne city, that is the western part of Ukraine, so I think main goal for all of us, for people who stayed here, is to make sure that Ukrainian economy keeps working. And there was the risk for our city, especially at the beginning of the war. We were afraid that, because we are situated, Rivne is situated just a few hours away from Belarus border, and there was the risk that Belarus would enter my country, my city, but that didn't happen. And I think it won't happen. So yeah, The restaurants are working, as you can see. The coffee shops are working. Everything just slowly. The life here goes on in general. So yeah, the next question is going to be about why did you decide to stay in Ukraine? So first of all, like I said, the situation here is a little bit better in western part of Ukraine. There are no Russian ground forces here, just some missile strikes once in a while, and the city is not occupied. So I think that is why if everybody leaves Ukraine, who's gonna stay here, right? So if I'm living, let's say, in the western part of Ukraine, then I have to make sure that Ukrainian economy keeps working. And if I have a choice to run away or just to be with my family and friends in my country at these hard times, of course I choose to stay here and be as helpful as I can. And the other part of the question, have you had any discussions with friends, family, or any contacts in Russia? Well, to answer this question, I think I have to talk a little bit about myself, my story. I was born in USSR. I used to live in Moscow, but since 1991, I've been living in Ukraine. I'm Ukrainian, but although I don't have relatives in Russia, but I do have relatives in Crimea, and Crimea was occupied by Russians in 2014. I have a lot of relatives in Yalta, Simferopol, Kerch. I have my dear uncle who lives in Alupka, and my cousin there, and I wasn't able to see them since 2014, which is really sad. And also my grandma passed away in Crimea, and I wasn't able to go visit her grave since 2014. So yeah, and as for discussions, we did have some discussions with my uncle, especially at the beginning of the war. He warned us, he saw it was coming, we didn't believe him, but yeah, so that is, I think, everything that I can tell you right now about the situation. And the last question is about my professional life. With great respect, how has this war affected your professional life? Are you still able to work? So when the war started, I'm a logo designer, for those of you who don't know, and when the war started, I had 2 logo designs in process, and the clients are from Melitopol city. The city right now is occupied by Russians, so obviously I lost my clients lost their businesses. Fortunately, they were able to leave the country to move to the States. But yes, the war did affect my professional life. However, right now it all slowly coming together. New clients are coming, old clients are coming back. So yeah, I think my goal right now is to make sure that Ukrainian economy keeps working. So yeah, I think I answered to all of your questions. Thank you so much for sending them to me. Like I said, there are gonna be a new Q&A video every Friday, so stay tuned and send me some questions. Have a nice day. Bye. And by the way, the coffee here, we're sitting in the local coffee shop in Rivne, my city, which is really beautiful, as you can see. The coffee here is amazing. And this way, when we talk, when we have these conversations with each other, I buy some coffee, I help Ukrainian economy, and you're helping the Ukrainian economy as well. So yeah, make sure to come back to this channel next Friday so we can help Ukrainian economy together. Stay tuned.